Welcome everyone to Beyond the Adventure. Today's episode is Mount Tom Ski Area, and let's get started. So, Mount Tom is located in my hometown of Holyoke, Massachusetts, and on the southern-ish side of the mountain, I guess it would be the southeastern side of the mountain, was Mount Tom Ski Area, which was opened in 1962 and closed in 1998. More specifically, the spring of 1998. They never reopened it. This is where my family and a majority of the families around this area learned how to ski. Now, this place was owned by the Volcano construction company, and the rumor around the town, it never really came to fruition, was that this place was opened in order to give the construction company employees who worked summer jobs someplace to work in the off-season, the winter jobs, to give them a seasonal job for the winter. So at the time of its closing, there were 15 runs with 4 double chair lifts, 2 T-bars, 1 J-bar junction, and 1 rope tow. It was the first to offer in this area both nighttime skiing and also snowmaking, and when they started doing their snowmaking, they had a bunch of just crude machines that they put together to create the snow. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is kind of where the water park was. They also incorporated a water park up into here in the later years. There was a wave pool, a bunch of those tubular type slides. This over there are those to the left of the screen that you're seeing right now are newer buildings that they added in here. Now you're also going to see the quarry at some point in time. The ski area was actually extended over to where the quarry was, and the quarry did an extensive digging process and removed a good majority of the ski slopes. I'm also going to throw some pictures up here of what the park used to look like, what the trails used to look like from old ski maps. Now this is just some footage that I shot overhead with the drone here coming in. You can see the main lodge, bunch of buildings like that. But like I said, when it closed in the spring of 1998, there weren't really any plans for this area. The quarry began construction sometime soon after that. I took you guys up there before for an episode. I'll put the link up here if you guys want to check that out. Anyways, this is entering one of the bath houses right here. There was a bathroom, shower, changing area for when you were going to use the water park. And on the other side of this building, you will see in a second here, there's a little wooden bridge where some of these slides actually dumped you out into the pond that was there, or the retaining pool, whatever you wanted to call it. So the quarrying process was a big debate that was in this town here. A lot of people didn't want to see that happen up there. But anyways, when the quarry moved out, they agreed to give the land, now they were done blasting and destroying it, to the Boys and Girls Club up here. They used it for a couple of summers. I remember going up here and actually seeing the buildings looking in somewhat decent shape, and they just gave up. They chose not to renovate it or to use the land at all. Anyways, this is inside the main dining area. My buddy here, Sean, he's been on a bunch of different videos with me before. I brought him up here with me because I personally have never skied before, nor did I ever go up here when it was opened. He actually learned how to ski up here. His first 2 years, I guess he learned how to ski, was up here. So he was kind of showing me which room was for what and, what purpose. This here is the old kitchen. And as you go down to the basement, this, over the years, I usually try to make it up here about once every year, and just the condition of this building is just getting worse and worse. Every time you go up there, you can't really imagine it getting any worse than it already is, but vandals get in there, they spray paint more, graffiti. It's a shame the building isn't really salvageable at all. I mean, since the last time we gone up there, somebody has gathered like all the debris and put them on the stairs trying to make slides and the stuff. You'll see, there's just demolition, graffiti, everything's demolished. Granted, it is abandoned and they haven't done anything with the land, but still, it is a shame to see that much land up there, or something that was so popular in the area, is just completely falling apart. See, one of the stairwells right there, you can see, is just loaded with junk. We actually had to move some of the stuff around to get down into the basement. But then you'll see in another clip, people were actually rolling tires. It's going to pop up on a second here, pop up in a second here. They actually rolled over massive truck tires. I'm guessing these things had to be like 55-inch, if not bigger, truck tires. There's one at the bottom of the steps right there. It was pretty much just left the way it was, because when you walk around up there, you still find old paperwork for maintaining the pumps. Like this right here was something to do with like a scheduled check sheet of the maintenance on the pumps for the snowmaking, everything like that. We would go up here before and they would still have schematics and stuff laying on the tables of like the old chairlifts and like the elevation, the angle that the pipe is going at, the incline. One thing I don't really like doing when I'm exploring abandoned places is going into the bathrooms. They're, typically disgusting, but I just wanted to pop in there to show you guys that. Now, you see somebody just completely ripped through the wall. It looks like the Hulk came through and busted through that place. But now we're coming up. This is the main lodge. There's two basement areas to get into. One is more of like a maintenance area, and then the other one, my buddy Sean says, was more of like a recreation area. There were heaters down there so you could put your jackets and coats and stuff like that up next to it to keep them warm. This was exiting the kitchen there. There was still the list on the freezer, which was paper that still said what they needed to have inside of the freezer at the end of the night. This building up here about 10 years ago or so was still in perfect shape. That truck in there, I kid you not, looked brand new. You'll see up to the right here, there are some windows in the top. We used to go hiking up there. We would go hiking to the quarry, and when you peered inside that building, they were still using it. The lights were on. That truck looked brand new. Since that time, somebody has gotten in there, burned the place, destroyed the truck. There's, you know, bunch of equipment still up there, old towers, everything like that. I'm ending out the episode now. Overall, it is a shame that the place went to ruin like that. I would hope that at some point in time, maybe they would clear the land and either let nature come back and take its course or actually use the land for something productive. It's very hard to have a ski season in this area. There's a bunch of different ski resorts in the area that are suffering because of climate change and just lack of winter that we, used to have 20, 30 or so years ago. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see everybody tomorrow for Thungry Thursday Beer of the Week. Peace.